And here we are. I'm your host, Get Good Fox, and this is State of Decay 2. This is going to be just a pretty typical Lethal Zone playthrough. For those wondering, why don't I have any data? It's because I had a data wiping error, like a data leaking error in the main game. So we basically lost all our progress, so we are starting essentially from the beginning. But that's okay. Fox is pretty familiar. I mean, this is like the third time I've lost all my data, so... over the 5 years I've played the game, so...
Hello? We could really use a hand.
Yes, this is the third time I've lost my data. Not like... They've been spaced apart, but yes, this is the third time. So the problem we're currently having is that all of our characters have really crap abilities, so we're probably going to kick some people out. And we're probably going to get some people in.
You can hear me, and you've got a pulse. Please reply.
And that's because I really need somebody who... I really need somebody with Powerhouse. So we're losing about 5 food per day. Let's see who's going to get kicked out. You're staying... I don't think I need computers anymore.
Uh-huh.
I spotted a bloater.
So we don't need your services anymore. Who else is going? Back from the edge, 15 health. Moral support, Do you guys have any food storage? Wow, that really stinks. You're a trader, though. Warlord, sheriff, trader, okay, well. Trader. Okay, so we're going to kick all of these guys out. So, Skeeter, you're next. This is one of the best features of State of Decay 2, to be honest. Like, I really hated how you could not just kick anyone you wanted out.
We're no smarter than the zombies. We left our supplies just lying
in State of Decay 1. You could not just kick anyone out you wanted to. You sometimes could kick people out if they have a certain event. But otherwise, no, you couldn't kick people out whenever you want. And even then, I believe the event for kicking people out is a probability-based thing.
At least one of us should be in charge of things.
All right, let's start kicking people out. Bellin, first to go.
Good to see you.
Yep, and no powerhouse. We really need a powerhouse.
Show yourself
I
out.
do not want to destroy plague guards in large quantities until
anyway.
we get a powerhouse.
Hey. I don't like you. But that's got nothing to do with the fact that you gotta go. I'm gonna enjoy seeing this place fall apart the second I'm not around.
Alright, so that's gonna save us 6 food.
That's got nothing to do with the fact that you gotta go.
Nice and easy.
I can't believe you've done this to me.
Okay, so we gotta welcome someone to the party. Oh, good. They're replacing the guy we got rid of. Alright, so I believe in today's episode we are gonna try to knock out a fence-sitting enclave. You guys know what I think of fence-sitters, so we are gonna knock them out of here. I'm probably gonna wait until daytime, though. In addition to that, we are going to try to continue to improve our Enclave situation so that we can find someone who learns Powerhouse. That's what we need. We need somebody who knows Powerhouse. This has probably been the worst search for a Powerhouse character I have ever experienced in the game as well. Yeah, so these are our fence sifters, or fence sitters. These are the guys who need to go. Oh shoot, we didn't properly, we didn't
Don't be a
equip our
stranger now.
character
Come on
properly.
in.
Better finish it off.
So far, so good. And there they are taunting me with more cardio skill ups. Like, thank you. Yeah, that's what we need. We need more cardio. We need more marathon. Okay, we got to properly equip this guy. That completely slipped my mind. Ring-a-ding says, hello, Fox. How's it going? Welcome to the show, good sir. You are just in time. We are just now getting started. But yes, if you're worried about your data, make sure you back your data up. Because like I said, there is a... Undead Labs has never managed to get rid of that data leaking glitch. So, back that data up. Looks like I'm out of arrows. Okay. Do I just build some arrows? Maybe I do. I mean, we've got the resources. I don't mind building some arrows. Okay, I guess we're going to refill on arrows. Really? Where is my... Can't I scroll farther? Okay, that means someone has my crossbow. Which now means I need to find out who has my crossbow. Who has the crossbow?
Get myself checked out might not be a bad idea.
Do you have the crossbow? Do you have the crossbow? Ah.
Anybody over there want to get their hands dirty?
They want gasoline? A little annoying, but you know, we're doing okay on our supplies, so I can probably live with that. All right, we're playing as Zeb. Yeah, he's our driving guy. That's fine though. So we've got our first objective. And what we need to do is make sure that we need to do as many of these objectives as we can, because our primary goal is to get some more recruits. Because we need to get recruits this week. We have to find someone who knows Powerhouse. Somehow we got to do it. And the way I'm going to do it is just by shuffling through enough characters. Okay, so those guys want it. Kind of tempted to see if I can get the fuel over here. Kind of knock out two birds with one stone. That hasn't been working as well for us lately, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to try it. Okay, I think we're clear. We can hop over this. And the fuel is back here. Hopefully we haven't looted it all. Okay, good. All right, so yeah, we should be able to get a fuel rucksack here. So we can get the fuel rucksack here, deliver it to them, and it should be good. Anyways, let's begin today with the State of Decay 2 question of the day. The question is, what is your favorite base in State of Decay 2? It can be your favorite for, you know, whatever reason you want. It can be because you like the look of it. It can be because you just have like a nostalgia for it.
Good fun.
You know, whatever reason it is, what is your favorite base in State of Decay 2? Mine is Whitney Field, and that's because it is so effective
good
at
left in
generating
here.
money. It is my preferred place to put my... For all of my long-term communities, it is the preferred place that I go to set up on a long-term community, just because, once again, it's so good at generating money. And having, you know, maxed out money all the time is basically means you can just buy all the stuff you want anytime those mysterious vendors appear. It comes in a lot of handy. Deadly Shadows answers the question today. He says his favorite base is the farmland compound. I'm expecting that. That is my anticipation to be like people's favorite base is probably the farmland compound. That is probably my second favorite base overall. Although I would say the farmland compound might be contested by Weston Builder Supply. Weston Builder Supply, even though it isn't the strongest base in the game, it is the strongest mid-game base in the game. There we go. Now we can drop this off.
I'm heading your way.
So Heath Ames says his favorite base is either the farmland it just is the farmland compound. Yeah, the farmland compound. Like I'm surprised Undead Labs made that base. Like it is the centrally dominant base, and it is easily the most powerful base in the region. It's I'm surprised Undead Labs did that. Normally, the centrally dominated base is a mid-game base and not the best base in the game. So kind of a surprising choice. Wargunny says that his favorite base is the police station. And he likes it because it looks cool, and that he uses it for role-playing purposes. Probably, I assume, for a sheriff playthrough. Or a sheriff leader. Too bad they never added police outfits into the game, so that you can't actually do that. Oh, I need to get them the fuel. Forgot about that part. Inner Monster says his favorite base is either the lumber mill or the farmland compound.
I'd like to follow up on a topic we were discussing yesterday.
I would like the lumber mill more if...
Project Osiris dispatch. Mayday
Oh,
received.
Project Osiris.
Credentials check out.
Osiris, do you copy? This is Red Talon. Please respond. Damn it, can't you see this conversation is for grown-ups? Osiris, realign.
It's like it's just going back in time. Like, that's like one of the early dialogues. I would like the,
Be seeing you.
the farmland, or
Don't just stand out there in the cold.
the
Get your
lumber
ass
mill
in
more
here.
if... Oh, they gave us scavenging partners. That stinks. Or maybe it's good. I am trying to
Amigo.
recruit people. Munitions.
Grats. You're still alive.
Anyways, as I was saying, I would like the lumber mill more if the facilities were a little more balanced. I really have trouble finding a good use for backpacking. Okay, we don't want him because his cardio is already
a friendly
locked
face.
in.
Hey, amigo.
Grats.
I think we're gonna take
You're still
Sophia.
alive.
Okay,
Buddy.
Sophia it is.
I
Let's see what you got
almost
for
missed
trading.
you.
Food and fuel. I don't need that because I forgot we have the call-in. We should be using our call-in more often. So I'm gonna recruit her.
Shake your friends here.
Let me
and
see
join
her
us.
skills real quick. Looks fine to me.
Huh? Catch you later.
When can we call more people in? In 15 minutes.
No more deadheads, but that won't last.
So
long.
Wizaman answers question today. He says his favorite base is
tastes like blood.
the container fort because it has a very Mad Max feel. It does because it's like a whole bunch of those shipping containers just kind of like formed into kind of makeshift barricaded walls and whatnot. I just wish it had one more large facility. If it had 3 large facilities, I probably would really like the container for it. Like, 3 is just kind of the magic number with large facilities. Okay, I need to find a place that's, like, free of zombies so I can, like, actually look at the map and plan my next move. First on chat from J. Devine 17. He says Ultra Cash makes Whitney Field his favorite. Ultra Cash 9 is overkill. It's absolutely crazy. You're right about that. Just like it's like cheat code levels of power without actually cheating. People thought I was like, you know, like, people were like, oh, Fox, how can you say Whitney Field is the best base in the game? I'm like, oh, just wait until you see what I can do with it. Okay, I think that's enough. We've thinned out the majority of them, and now we can neutralize the rest. Okay, I've always wanted to loot this area, this darn trailer park. I felt the trailer park was going to be kind of a freebie area, but apparently not. Helkin says his favorite non-meta base is the Red Talon FOB. I really like the walls of the Red Talon FOB. It's like, I mean, there's so many things I wish the game let you do. Like, I wish it would let you rebuild walls. Like, what if you could spend resources to get the Red Talon FOB style walls on any base you want? That would be amazing, but no such luck. Ricebox says, good gravy.
I can't carry that much.
More stragglers.
I can't carry that much.
Ah, man. Trunk space is not looking good. We are just getting owned on inventory, unfortunately. Oh, well. We need to go back and switch to the other character anyways, because we need to play as somebody who has a potential to get powerhouse. I don't care who becomes our powerhouse. We just need a powerhouse. Ravager of Worlds says, even the dirt walls in Metal Cage's canvas is a real thing. They can be erected in half an hour with a small bulldozer. The size of a car, not a big deal. Yeah, I mean, I feel like not being able to build your own defenses also is not really... I mean, I feel it's kind of like not living up to the zombie mythology. You know, when I think of one of the earliest zombie movies, Night of the Living Dead, or I think it's just Night of the Dead, a big part of it was about, like, building defenses for the base. Okay. And yeah, I think that would really spruce State of Decay up significantly if they allowed more elaborate, or I mean, maybe not even more, maybe more elaborate isn't the world, just any kind of base construction in general. What we want to do now is change characters. Burns just says, even in The Walking Dead, they built defenses. I haven't seen The Walking Dead, But the I wouldn't be surprised because it's just like a big part of fortifying things is just like a big part of the I mean even when you're not in an apocalypse, like people just want to fortify things. One example is in Gears of War 2, when they first introduced the Horde mode, people wanted to build fortifications. Like, they would take the deployable shields that the enemies have, and they would just create barriers out of deployable shields to, like, block people from getting in. It's just a natural thing that people want to do. Like, people want to build defenses. Which is why I think it's a big missed opportunity. Let me see if there's anything we need to sell real fast. Yeah, we need to sell this stuff. And that. And these. Good enough. Ravager World says that he uses vehicles. Yeah, that's the thing people do. People will, they will use vehicles to create barricades because the game won't allow you to make your own barricades. And I mean, the thing is, like, people have been doing that for years. Like, State of Decay's been out for 5 years. People are doing that for years. Like, you would think that they would do something to incorporate, like, a strong natural desire that people have, which is to, once again, construct defenses.
Grats, you're still alive.
We'll sell all this stuff. I agree. I think that would have been really good for construction. Like, if knowledge of construction allowed you to build defenses and whatnot, I think that would be pretty good. Okay, when day comes, what we're going to do is we're going to try to get rid of those annoying, because I guess we have a second spawn of the Warlord Weapons for All guys. So I think the plan is going to be to, when day comes, we'll try to get them as well. Because killing the other Weapons for All guys was pretty profitable. Oof. TSG, welcome back to the show. All right, so this is the repeating quest I had mentioned in the last 1 or 2 episodes, that the cannibals have a quest you can redo that'll lead you to a rucksack of materials. Doesn't matter on the lower difficulties, but it can be useful on Lethal Zone. I am just running into everything today. And I'm getting confused by my markers. I really wish the markers were more differently colored. The problem is that the markers are yellow and orange, and I know yellow and orange are different colors, but they're so similar that when I'm just checking the map out of my peripheral vision, I just get distracted by them. Wait, why am I fighting them? These are the cannibals. I want them to fight them. I don't have time for these guys. Yeah, I know people don't like the wrecks. I'll tell you why the wrecks are there, though. If you want to know the reason, Undead Labs explained why the wrecks are there. The wrecks are there because the game won't run properly without them. And you might say, what do you mean? How would the game not run properly without the wrecks? Apparently, if you drove through the city at normal speed without any wrecks, the game would struggle to load in all of its assets. So they use the wrecks as speed bumps to prevent you from driving through the town as quickly as possible.
How are you?
I hope I'm starting this
I'll
off
tell you
right.
what, I believe it,
I'm all
because
for that.
they're basically saying the game is super unoptimized. And I believe that. If you tell me that, hey, the game is really unoptimized, I believe that. Oh, I guess we just never picked up this medicine. It's one of the few times where Undead Labs has said, yeah, the game is super unoptimized and it doesn't run very effectively. So I'm like, that is the one time I'm gonna believe it. I'm sure some of the wrecks are decorative. Like, I'm not saying that the wrecks aren't also decorative, but like I think some of the wrecks are decorative, but I think the reason why there is a high concentration of wrecks in the town is I think that's the reason why they do it. And yes, some of them could also be decorative. I mean, like, I think it's one of those things where once you start using the wrecks as speed bumps, you're like, well, you might as well blend it in and make it look decorative. So this is that location that we just could not loot for the life of us. Let's see if we can actually loot it. There was a feral in there last time.
Barrel incoming.
Okay, there was a feral.
Bye-bye.
What a jerk. Okay, so we gotta lure this. Well, actually, no, we can kill this feral. Okay, that's fine. Well, you're probably playing on PC, Ravager. Like, where on PC you can have the hardware to overpower the limitations of the game. Like, for example, like, I'm playing State of Decay with a, I'm playing State of Decay with, like, an RTX 4080. That is just gonna, like, it's just gonna steamroll over a lot of the optimization issues. Okay, now that we got rid of the feral, can we please loot this location? I would love to do that. Nope, there's too many zombies. We gotta lure them away. So let's haunt the horn and let's just lure these zombies away. Find survivors.
Hey, yo.
I mean, it's a lot easier for me to justify buying a RTX 4080 because it's a business expense. It's like a tax deductible for me.
Fantastic.
Okay, I just want to loot this place. That's all I want to do, zombies. Just let me loot this place. The answer is always no, though. Yeah, I'll fight it. I'll fight it. Maybe that was a bad idea. And there's a spoon. Why wouldn't there be one?
That cloud would kill me dead.
I just cannot. That location is cursed. That location is just so severely cursed. Like the zombies just will not let you loot that location.
I think we're gonna need to fix that.
Okay, let's go over here. Yeah, like I said, that location is cursed. I just want the loot. That's all I want. But it's cursed. Roadside
Got supplies and I
assistance.
need them. Send something my way, stat.
Alright, you got it.
I'll just go on foot. The main problem with that corner is that the building it's covered in rocks, and so you can't approach. You can only approach it from one direction. Like I might have to disembark and attempt to get it like by getting out and walking there slowly. That might be the only way I'm able to actually acquire the loot. That location is cursed. It's like you get a blessed location, you get super loot location, which is a blessed location, and then this one place is just absolutely cursed. Okay, so I'm gonna lure these guys away. Actually, no, I'm just gonna get in there and lure all of them away. Let's just get in there and lure them all away. Come on, zombies. Come on, zombies. I am going to be stubborn about it. I should just let it go. It's obviously not worth the trouble, but I'm going to be stupid about it. Okay, we got a bloater there. Let's keep pushing them. I'm going to keep driving them further away. I should be able to clear them. They should be clear now. Or at least I think they'll be clear now. Second pass. You see how there's rocks everywhere? You can't just, like, drive up it anytime you want. Maybe if I had the other vehicle, I could. Okay, I think it worked. What is it hitting the wall? What is with these arrows? What is that? Okay, game. Okay, game. I don't know what that was, but the game is just like doing some BS on me. Alright, I'm also going to pop that bloater just because I don't know. I have a bad feeling about me accidentally running it over. All right, now I know there's some zombies in there still.
Looks like nobody else is home. But with a plague heart around, that won't last.
Now, last we checked, there were still enemies in here. They might have despawned, though. Okay, I think they despawned. Okay, they despawned. Okay, it took some doing, but we did it. We have finally managed to loot the cursed area. Pretty good stuff, though. Looks like it's worth it. 2 books, wow. Almost like they know it's
I already
cursed.
got all I can handle. Not gonna fit.
There, this is where the bundle of lumber is, I assume?
I already got all I can handle.
Interesting. That's an unusual weapon to be there. Okay, this is where it is. No,
If only I had
where is
room
the...
for it.
Where's the lumber?
If only I had room for it.
I don't know where the lumber is. I mean, now I can't do anything with it because of this.
If anyone out there can hear this, I would
Survivor
try to
activity.
assist.
And we've got
Got
ourselves an
this one.
infestation. Let's mark that. That's where we're going to head next. So not only is this area cursed, but they're basically like, ah, so you want to get all the loot out of here, do you? Well, in that case, you're going to have to go here multiple times because there's a whole bunch of stuff in this cursed location.
No room.
That was where it was supposed to be. Oh well.
God, I am so
All right, let's
sick of
knock out
plague
the infestation. Infestation gets priority. Even if it wastes a little more fuel, we want to make sure we get rid of these infestations before they get worse. In addition to that, we need to use our daylight to take out those guys. So yeah, we're probably going to skip that quest. I want to use our daylight to try to knock out the other gun guys. Because those gun guys are tough. Actually, I want to go from behind. Alright, I like going from behind because for some reason this field is relatively empty. And that's been like a tendency. Why are all these zombies just coming out? I am literally doing nothing. And these zombies are, whoa, we better start moving around. Like, who knows? Better start moving around. Like, you saw that zombie. He was just like, well, I guess I'm just gonna go explore over here randomly. No reason why. I just feel like doing it. Now, we are allowed to shoot the zombies. And there's only one screamer, so we don't have to worry about If it was the noise from the car, so Ricebox says could have been the noise of the car. If it was, they would have reacted to it sooner than that. Like, zombies react to sounds very instantly. So if they had not, they would have reacted to it earlier. There's the screamer.
Enjoy peace eternal, asshole.
Clear. All right, that was pretty clean. Using our arrows a little faster than I'd like to, but at least we get to recover a few. Okay, let's go over here, and what we're gonna do is check out my bag of whammies, and then we're gonna try to get rid of the fence sitters. Because like I said, there will be no fence sitting in my place. I should have welcomed them to the party as well. 15 minutes, that means we should do that as well. Unfortunately, I cannot constantly welcome people to the party if I don't contact them, which is annoying. A bunch of ferals, so let's go to a different one. Pick on a wimp. Good. Throw all of this in here. Okay, so it's time for the general question of the day. Like, you know, we have two questions of the day. We've got the State of Decay, we have the game-related question of the day, then we have the general question of the day. This is a tougher one. I'm expecting a deadlocked answer. What is better? Cats or dogs? What is better? And both can't be, both are just as good or both are crap. It's got to be one or the other. We can't have fence sitting. It's got to be one or the other. Arf is the first. Very quick to jump in there, too, with the cat answer. Cats, indeed. Wizzaman says cats, obviously. Ricebox says doggos. Strong Lemon Tree also likes cats. Good. Oh.
Not gonna fit.
What's this doing here? I guess I just never did it. Heath Haim also says cats. So it's like, it seems like everyone agrees with me that cats are the best. Maybe I was wrong. Glassman says cats. And so does Ring-a-Ding. Wow. I didn't think it was going to be so overwhelmingly in favor of cats. I was expecting it more to be a 50-50 kind of thing. Helkin says cats. Cactus. That's basically cats. Another one for cats. Okay, let's go sell these. Bernsta. That also looks like a cat. Non-toxic, also going with cats.
There's a feral running around.
Okay, let's not mess with these ferals. Let's go over here and sell these things. I don't want them to get owned by ferals, so we're just going to drive over there. You don't want animals, so Casual Kirk doesn't want animals because he doesn't want his stuff to get knocked over. You know what's funny is my cats actually don't knock stuff over. Like, it's very seldom. And when they knock something over, it's usually like a vacuum cleaner or something. Or it's like one of their toys. Like one of their cat towers gets knocked over. Cats plus opposable thumbs equals world domination.
Now there's a soul
I mean, my cat has a redundant paw.
Yeah?
Because he's polydactyl.
My days.
Maybe that counts.
Much obliged.
Well, one of my cats has a redundant thumb. While I'm here, I guess I'm just gonna drop off the medicine. Yeah, what's annoying about my polydactyl cat is that, like, his additional paw all have extra claws as well. Like, it's like, they're not like, even though it's like a weird mutation, they're still usable. Like, my cat can use the additional paw. Like, it gets claws and everything. The nails grow, they need to be clipped and everything.
You know, we could do with some extra help around here.
Okay. Doesn't look like I have any bags of tricks ready for these guys.
Well, there's a very special jug.
I don't know about you, but I don't even remember much about the first days of the outbreak. We didn't take it seriously.
Okay, so we got a juggernaut here. That's useful. Wisdom Man says that he hopes they don't put zombie cats into State of Decay 3. Well, it looks like they're probably going to put in zombie deer. I hate how slow juggernauts are. When you're actually trying to transport them somewhere, you just wish they were a little faster. Here we go. Oh, my car guy only helped me get my car unstuck. That's nice. Come on. I don't want this we can't let this juggernaut go to waste, is the thing. We got a perfectly good juggernaut here.
Take out the nearest plague heart. This might.
I don't want to get stuck on that, so I'm going to try to be a little cautious here. All right, so here's the destination. This is where we're trying to bring them. All right, this is where we're trying to bring the zombies to. Now, it's going to take a few tries, because these guys are tough. These are not easy survivors. They're just like the last ones. Unless I get lucky. Which I don't think I will. Oh, that juggernaut is in there, though. Oh, good. Oh, I'm getting health linked. I'm getting health linked. I just got health linked. I am so sick of people like, oh, the health link thing doesn't even happen that frequently. I just got health linked again. What day is it? Let me see. What day is it? Show me what day it is. It is the 22nd. So I just got health linked again in the game, even though, like, you know, they're like, oh, this is a rare thing. It doesn't happen very frequently. But I just got health linked again. That's what people tell me. Like, wow, like, there's no reason to be upset about it, Fox. Like, Juggernaut Health Link is a really uncommon glitch. Like, here we go again. So now we gotta go over here and heal our guy.
Are we having fun yet?
Okay, let me see. I will use... I'm just gonna use some medicine. There we go. And I will go ahead and cure my existing blood plague level as such. Okay, back to it. Let's see if I get re-healthling. Maybe driving away will fix it. Our cardio is going up pretty fast. That's one thing that's nice about all these cardio bonuses we've stacked up. And maybe I can also bring that feral with me. Yeah, we got a feral. 3 ferals. Okay, now we're talking.
Okay, come on in.
You guys want some ferals on top of that Juggernaut by chance? I know you guys want to see the fighting, but I've got to take care of these guys real quick. There we go. This is going to go so much easier. Wow, the ferals are really letting them have it. There we go. Take them out. This is the fate of fence sitters. You want to sit on the fence? Oh, there we go. I can turn the lights on as well. And it looks like I have been detached from the Juggernaut Health Link glitch as well, which is excellent. Uh-oh. Oh, he got interrupted. Oh, he wasn't interrupted from that. Rest and pepperonis, that's one of them. Trying to make sure they don't get on me. Okay, they are dead. Excellent. Okay, so we have taken them out. Unfortunately, the new problem is that I would like to get my loot. Let me see if I can run this feral over. Okay, that wasn't too bad. I don't know how many more ferals there are, but you know, I would like my loot. I'm gonna try to get their attention. Okay, we got another feral. Let me run him over too. Okay. A screamer. I will needle him real quick. He's not in a convenient place to run over. I think that might be all of the ferals. Let's mark my car so that I don't lose track of it in the event I need to run. Okay, so here is our loot. Here's the first target. This appears to be the upper half. Hopefully he keeps his wallet in the upper half of his body. And he does. We get a hand grenade, an RTX crusher, a RTX horde breaker, a K-bar, and
gonna need a lighter load
red
soon.
talon backpack. Ah, here's his the other half. Good thing that he does not. Good thing is that he does not keep his wallet in his lower body. Well, if you want the most cost-effective way of killing a juggernaut, that
Place
would
looks
be
empty. Let's go.
Juggersplodes, the bouncing boars. That will kill once you get the hang of the throw. Like it can take a little practice getting the hang of the throw, but once you get the hang of the throw, it will kill them in a single grenade, and they're not that expensive even on lethal zone.
No
God,
room.
there's so much stuff here. But perhaps the most cost-effective way of killing a juggernaut is just not killing them at all. Just ignore them. Like, for the most part, you don't need to kill juggernauts. We're going to have to make multiple trips. One example is if a juggernaut is in the way, just honk your horn and lure it away. Just bring it somewhere else. Not fighting juggernauts is typically the best way to fight them. Which is why I don't kill juggernauts too frequently. I will if they are threatening an objective, though. Like, if they are, like, basically threatening a mission failure objective for something, then sure, I'll duke it out with a juggernaut. Alright, let's get back over here and try to get the rest of our loot. We only found one body. We know there's two more. I think one of them turned into a zombie, so we might have to try and track him down. I need to get this out of the way. Once again, I'm following the orange icon instead of the yellow icon. I have played State of Decay for basically 5 years, and I still get confused by that. Like, to this very day, I still get confused by it. And so this will not work because of, yeah, I can't do it because I haven't welcomed them to town. That's an annoying limitation.
Hey, folks. We sure would appreciate some help over here.
I think that's a special zombie right there. No, maybe not. I'll just needle them real quick anyways. Okay, we're looking for the other people. I wonder where they went. I think they wandered off somewhere. Let me check inside the house.
Why can't everywhere be this quiet?
No luck. Very, very sad face. No fortune. It's possible that we'll just bump into them randomly. That can happen. You can just kind of bump right back into the, you could just find them, blood-plagued zombie bodies wandering around. Like, that is a possibility. So we're just going to drop back, and looks like we've got a quest popping up.
I'm on the way.
I'm going to show you how to get around that problem, though, with the welcome to the base. So, like I said, I wasn't able to welcome those people. And since I couldn't welcome, I would have to go and drive over. But there is a way around. And this is the way that I like it. Basically, if they are out of the way and they're in an inconvenient location, there is an easier way to do it. But first, were they a red talon trader? No, they were a Warlord's Weapons for All Enclave. So let's go ahead and we're going to let her take a break. You can guard the base with a shotgun. Some of these. And I guess wait, I was supposed to put you guys back in here. So you go in there.
Checked out might not be a bad idea.
I'm going to keep playing as Zeb, I think, because unless I have someone who needs to level up. Fighting. Striking out. Striking again. Okay, we'll play as Zeb. Zeb is good at holding fuel. Okay, so like I said, I cannot welcome anyone else to the party because that's there. So all you got to do is just reload your game. So just drop back to the main menu and reload your file, and you will not have to go speak to them personally. And you won't have to do that in order to summon another Enclave, and they will stay there too. So this is or at least they should stay there. I'll double check once we load back in. But yes, you should be able to do that without losing any progress. So.
Hello?
Yeah, see they're right
Could we
there
use
still.
a hand?
Now what I can do is this.
Hey.
And they're right here. Oh, in fact, they're actually occupying the people we just removed. So that's perfect. We also know that someone is going to want food, so I'm going to go ahead and load up the car with food, because that quest should pop back up as well. Refuel? Now, the Warlord's weapons for all guys, they're always worth taking out. They can be kind of annoying to take out, though, on Lethal Zone because, you know, they're equipped with really good weapons and it's Lethal Zone, so they can, like, blast you away with their guns. Do I plan to jump right into Whitney Field? I haven't thought that far ahead. Right now, I'm just trying to get someone who's going to be capable of killing the Plague Guards. I probably will go to Camp Kellenquah first. I really like that path progression. I really like going first to Camp Kellenquah, then to there. But the problem is I cannot get a guy with Powerhouse. So, like, I cannot find someone who's going to be, like, effective at squishing Plague Guards. Even though we've recruited a lot of people. Okay, so now, like I said, we didn't have to go and visit them when we were able to just bypass that problem altogether. Which is great. Because I hate just redundant driving. There's a lot of things in this game that annoy me with redundant driving. I'm kind of like, okay, do I really need to go over there and do that? Let's go over here. I see that arrow, actually. I want that arrow.
Damn. 2 seconds in plague territory and I'm already sweating.
So right now our objectives are we're trying to level more of our Enclaves up because we need more recruits. We need more recruits because we need to get somebody who has Powerhouse. And we need someone with Powerhouse so that we can actually kill the Plague Guards in a timely manner. That's like the only piece of the puzzle that's missing right now. Okay, so here we are back in this area. I think I would like to park not inside the congestion. Well, actually, this area was pretty congested there. Maybe I can drive far enough away. No, there's enemies just everywhere. Okay, let me see if I can lose those zombies. And this might actually become a halfway decent place. Skill books, the only way to do that would be with a mysterious wandering trader, because we would need a cardio retraining manual. Okay, so we can go inside here. There should be a, should be some good stuff in here. There's, I know there's a rare weapons crate in here.
Well, better than a kick in the ass.
There it is, right there.
Hey there. We could really use.
Okay, so there's the quest that I said would reappear.
Good find, old man.
Graveyard shift and a copy of game design. Interesting. Okay, so who wanted food? They do. Okay, we're even really close by, too.
I appreciate that.
Let's grab everything we can.
No more deadheads, but that won't last long in plague territory.
Graveyard shift would be pretty good if we weren't playing on lethal zone, so that's mostly just a collector's item or just something to sell. Oh, great, more things to sell. More money is always nice. The more money we get, the better. Okay,
Pretty heavy.
that's probably as good as it's going to get. So we'll grab that stuff. Let's get out of here. Okay. I mean, this is one of the big skills in Lethal Zone, though. You'll notice that, like, I managed to avoid really nasty fights in Lethal Zone. And, I mean, like, that's honestly the best way to play the game is, like... most nasty fights are completely avoidable.
Gotta take it out.
Hey, hun. You're welcome to come in.
All right, let's see what we get.
I'm glad you could help. Don't be gone for too long.
Combat
Always
resupply. I
glad
don't
to
like
see
that
you.
one. That one stinks. So I'm going to sell these. I'm going to keep that. I need parts. Let me see if I've got anything else to sell. I do not. So we're going to recruit one of them to see once again if we can find... I'll take that, though. That's a good price for materials.
Hey, you're still alive?
You have anything else I want? Not really.
¿Qué pasa,
Okay.
ese?
You know how to make coffee.
Rats, you're still alive.
Geek trivia.
Hello there.
Okay, we can't... Wow, you have some crazy pre-leveled stuff, like maxed out backpacking, like almost max resourcefulness, almost maxed endurance. Like, you are a highly advanced character, but we don't need it.
Hey, you.
So, geek trivia or making
Hey,
coffee.
you're still alive?
Nothing wrong with your
Hey, you.
physical stats, and nothing wrong with your physical stats. So, I have no idea. Let's just take
Good to see
making
you,
coffee,
vato.
I guess. I don't
Hola,
take making
amigo.
coffee very often,
You'd be
so
better
welcome
off
to the
with
team,
us
I
than
suppose.
staying here. Trust me.
Let's see, pull over. Wow, you're never gonna drive. Gets frustrated easily. I'm getting frustrated easily with how bad you look.
What's going on? Buena suerte, amigo.
We need Powerhouse, though, so, I mean, I am willing to, like, give him a chance to see if he knows Powerhouse. We gotta move before he gets Blood Plague. I don't know. Let's try over here. These are some of the worst characters I've also recruited. Consistently bad characters. Well, the thing is, if I don't get someone with Powerhouse, then I can't really advance the playthrough very far. Like, if he gets Powerhouse, then he'll get to stay for a little while. Until I find another Powerhouse. This is also, once again, like, people will be like, how can you play a State of Decay without stealth? I'm like, I don't know, it's actually not that hard to play without stealth. And the answer is because the basic amount of stealth you have in the game is quite good.
Now where am I gonna put that?
Okay, that's not gonna fit. Where is this pillage and plunder thing? Right over there. So we should probably neutralize it first. Alright, let's drop this stuff off. The thing I love about pillage and plunder is that it just generates another infestation as well. It's like, oh, you want to do this quest? Oh, maybe you don't want to do it. Well, too bad. You're going to get pillage and plunder infestation regardless. It is a real infestation, too, meaning it will start generating its own crap. So we do have to go deal with it. And the plan is to deal with it before... We're going to deal with it. We're going to take 2 trips. Johnny B says that he would like to see Days Gone. It is a game. It is honestly on the list. It is a game that is on the list of things that I want to try. There's a lot of games though. The real problem is that there's a lot of games that people want to see,
Exactly in trouble, but
and if anyone out there wanted to lend a hand, I wouldn't say no.
A lot of them are not short games, so it's really hard to get through the list. So let's put this all away. Okay, step 2 is we're going to neutralize this infestation before we do the quest, which should make it a lot safer.
Ugh, the air tastes like blood. Fucking plague zombies.
So, now that more people are coming in, let's have the State of Decay 2 question of the day. Question of the day for State of Decay 2 is, what is your favorite base in the game? For whatever reason. It can be you like the power, you like the look, you like the location, you know, maybe you like it for a role-playing reason. What is your favorite base in State of Decay 2? Mine is is Whitney Field, because of the insanely strong ultra cache strategy you can do on it. Shadow Ravenous says the container fort. I think that's the second vote for the container fort. Santos's farm. I think that's the farmland compound. That's probably the most popular pick, I would say. The strip mall. That is the first strip mall vote from The Beast. That's 2 for the strip mall. Ring-a-ding also chiming in. A 3rd one for the strip mall. Jurassic Junction. Oh, you mean from the DLC? Okay, that is a fair. Okay, to deal with him, we're gonna have to do
Not
something
for
to
the
deal with
sheriff.
him.
We'd be in bad shape. Here's a little something as a thank you gift.
Weston Builder Supply. That is a really good base too. What I'm gonna do is just try to encourage him to get on the hood, and then I'm just gonna bump him against that to squish him, and that's how you deal with the feral. Weston Builder Supply is my second choice. I would say like Whitney Field is my first choice, and then after that, Weston Builder Supply is my second choice. Okay, now we should be able to clear the infestation. Good thing I did it this way. Wow. I did not know that a feral was going to be there. Get this repaired. Let's neutralize that, though. The brewery, says Johnny. He had memorable... That's something that I really disagree what Undead Labs did to the brewery, because they nerfed the brewery by making it so that any trade crafting still can brew beer. And I think that was like a really... I think that really reduced the uniqueness of Squellones, to be honest. I don't think that was the right decision. Crimson likes the fire station. I think that's the first fire station. Fire station is pretty good from a boonless run. Clear? Okay, so now we have made this area much safer for when we do this.
Just what I was looking for.
Oh! It automatically spawns them in? That's interesting. So you don't actually need to do that? I didn't know that. So you don't even need to do the quest, per se. Inner Monster says a nasty thunderstorm is approaching, and he's got to go help his dogs so they don't panic. Well, hopefully you're able to do that, Inner Monster. Hopefully you don't lose power or anything if you've got a nasty thunderstorm heading your way. Have a good one, though. Honestly, like, if the mission bugs and I don't get the money for it, I think I'm okay with that. Like, I really don't care too much about the mission itself. I just want the materials are all I really care about. So it seems like, because I've asked this question twice now, it seems like the bases that most people consider their favorite is the farmland compound and the container fort. Kind of what I'm predicting. That's kind of the predicted answer I have. That's what I was anticipating. I admit that I'm always surprised that people like the container fort, because I've never considered it a particularly effective base, but it's undeniable that a large quantity of people like it. Then again, I have entire maps written off, because, like, I have entire maps written off that I will only play on those maps if the chat votes for it. Like, I will never play on Drucker County unless the chat just, like, votes me into playing it, or if they vote random and it just randomly gets chosen. And same with Cascade Hills. I just will not play on Cascade Hills unless it's, like, voted for. Okay, here we go. This is way more building materials than we need, so we're just going to shove all of these in here. This is not bad, though, because we need that when we start upgrading the base. Yeah, a lot of times, Ricebox, I have to say that I often don't get to the point where I get to the endgame base. Normally, my playthrough ends before then. So Johnny B 2014 says, one mechanic he does not miss from State of Decay 1 is boarding up windows because it has a tendency to trap you. Yeah, it's like boarding up the windows is like... Boarding up the windows, I think it only makes sense if the zombies would get bored of attacking your base and then give up. At least from a gameplay mechanic. Toad Alice says, another SOD 2 streamer. I mean, I guess I'm kind of like the SOD 2 streamer still. I haven't relinquished my status as like the SOD 2 streamer. But the, who knows how long that'll last. Like, I have not been happy about the beta, so this could be the final playthrough.
Marching up!
Where are we? I think we're okay.
I'm sure we've got another wave coming any minute now.
I do. So I meet new people principally through Twitch. See, like, I've played basically like most people in the State of Decay community have heard of me simply because I've been making content for 5 years on my YouTube channel, and I'm the largest of the State of Decay content creators. When I do meet new people, though, it's always from Twitch, because I've only been on Twitch for a year. I've only been on Twitch for a year, but like I've been making content on YouTube for 5 years. So this is the main place where I do meet new people. A lot of people wanted me to stream on YouTube, but like I don't think it was the right call. I think Twitch is the right call.
Guess we're strong enough to survive after all. Hope we can all keep it up.
All right, that's clear. What else do we need to do? Let's see if Pillage and Plunder glitches out.
Our reserves are gonna start walking off if we don't build more storage.
Okay, let's see here. Is Pullover the host of the quest? Yes, he is. I guess we'll do it.
That could be a gold mine for materials.
Okay, time to change characters. We're gonna see if the quest glitches out or not. I've never tried it this way before. First time chat from Twisted Reality 20. He's looking to be playing and streaming soon. I've never played, but I love zombie games. Yeah, I would say State of Decay is probably an okay game to stream. One of the downsides is that the game is kind of in its twilight right now. Like, support for State of Decay is drastically slowing, so, like, I don't know if it is the ideal... It probably isn't the ideal game to start streaming with, but I do think that you are on the right track in terms of, like, the first game you stream should not... don't stream Call of Duty. Don't stream something big, because you have no chance of getting noticed. Like, you want to stream a State of Decay-ish game. That would be my advice. Also, I would say anyone who's trying to grow on Twitch, you don't want to grow exclusively on Twitch. Like, okay, like, as a quick example, let me pull up my... As a quick example, like, this is, like, I would say this is pretty vital advice for anyone who wants to be a content creator. You see, I have 2 YouTube channels. This is my main channel here. I got 55,000 subs. I've got 5 years of content on this channel. I have a second channel for my VODs, but I also have a Discord. I've got Instagram. You want to be on basically everything. Like, a lot of people, they just want to do one thing. It's not a good idea. You need to be on basically everything. Like, I'm on Instagram, where I've got, like, State of Decay stuff. I'm on Facebook, where I basically interact with my community. I'm on TikTok, like, where I do YouTube shorts and stuff, or not. I do YouTube shorts and I do TikTok shorts. Like, some of them, you know, you'd be surprised. Some of them can do quite well. Like, I've got this one has 7,000 views, 8,400 views. So, like, one of them is approaching 10,000 views, and it's like, I got my Twitter as well. If you want to be if you're serious about being a content creator, you got to use every single platform. Because each platform causes you to meet different people. That was a big mistake I made as well. I was really, really picky. I thought that TikTok was for kind of like weirdos, basically. I was like, I'm like, yeah, I don't know about this TikTok stuff. But that was a huge mistake. I should have been on TikTok since day one. But I just didn't understand it until later on. Same with streaming. It was a mistake. I should not have streamed so late. I should have been streaming day one. But, I don't know. There's no... You can't go to college to become a YouTuber. So, like, you just kind of learn as you go. Okay. As I said, though, like, if you have any questions about Lethal Zone, feel free to ask. I have played Lethal Zone almost... This is not an exaggeration. I have played Lethal Zone almost every single day since it has come out. I have, like... It's like, I know it sounds kind of egotistical to say, like, oh, I'm, like, kind of like the content creator for State of Decay 2. The reason I say that is because, one, there's not many. There aren't a lot of content creators, like,
lying around and it got broken.
Brian Menard has more or less moved on from State of Decay 2. Matt SKX doesn't do it anymore. Jersey-O doesn't do it anymore. Congrexus doesn't do it anymore. Like, there just aren't very many left, is the main thing. But I'm still here, for now, at least. And I have been playing Lethal Zone for so long that I have, like, a rather unique way of playing compared to other people. So it's a very refined method of gameplay. So if you ever have any questions of how to play Lethal Zone, I can answer them. A lot of people admittedly don't really like the way I play, because I play the game more from a strategy and management perspective rather than from a zombie survival enthusiast perspective. But they have results. You get good results from them. So what we did earlier, we cleared the quest and the reason we cleared the quest before starting it is because this is Lethal Zone and you can't trust the AI. The AI at any given moment can make dumb decisions that get themselves killed. So we decided to clear out the quest location beforehand, and what I want to see is if that's going to work. Are they just going to respawn the enemies so you got to deal with them anyways? Or is it going to stay clear? Like, that's kind of like my big question here. We have to get off this guy ASAP, though, because he has a negative effect of causing us to spend our gasoline faster, but for 100 to 200 influence, I'm willing to give it a shot. Plus, it's interesting. It's something I haven't tried before.
That's a shitload of zombies coming our way.
Let's call in another survivor.
Everything okay here?
If you're new to getting into Lethal Zone, I highly recommend learning how to interact with enclaves. Like, you need as many enclaves as possible. Lethal Zone, 50% of the map is depleted of resources, and the way you compensate through that is through enclaves. Loot stuff, sell the stuff you don't need, and buy what you need from enclaves. Like, that is such a major shot in the arm for Lethal Zone due to the map being heavily pre-looted. I want to try to get there in a way that the zombies aren't dragged with me. I think the distance is good enough.
Let's get searching.
Okay, let's move these guys away.
Zombies all around. Come on, move it!
Don't get out of the car. Do not. If you get out of the car, I'll be so upset with you. That's a screamer. You need to go. The car, that will not fit through there. Alright, so before we actually get out of our car, I want to see if it is in fact clear of enemies. Those guys don't really count. Okay, we're good.
They've seen us.
Don't worry about your allies shooting guns. Even this shotgun, when AI shoot guns, they don't make as much sound. So I have a feeling this quest is going to bug out, because I don't think we're actually going to be able to find the 2 rucksacks. Because we did it in the wrong order. Unless we just happen to organically find 2 more rucksacks, which... Unfortunately, the quest icon is in the way. I don't see any loot icons. So yeah, I think this quest is going to be bugged out. I guess that means it's up to you to decide. If you think it's worth it...
Plague heart's around. Alright. I think we're alone.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is going to bug. Okay, so it's up to you. You guys, it's up to you whether you guys think it's worth it or not, because this quest is definitely going to bug. What do you think is more important? Completing the quest and getting that little bit of extra money? Or completing it safely? If you care more about completing it safely and just getting those materials, then I would say do it this way. If you care about the money and if you want like everything, then I would suggest yes. You probably wouldn't want to do it this way because this quest is broken now. I don't care if we leave him there. Like he'll just become game data. Once we drive far enough away from him, his character will despawn and essentially cease to exist. And then he'll just exist as game data that cannot be attacked by zombies. So it's perfectly okay for us to leave him there. On the other hand, it's not okay for us to play as this guy because he is eating up our fuel like crazy. I threaded the needle on that one. Nice. I thought I was going to plow through those guys. You know what? We started the stream at night and we're ending the stream at night. What a deal. I mean, I did get a lot done in the day, though. We were able to waste that one Enclave, the Warlord's Weapons for All guys. So that worked out pretty well. Oh my god, he really does eat up fuel. It's not a joke. Like, this guy cannot be allowed to drive cars. What is it? Gets car sick? Why would that cause us to lose fuel efficiency? I don't care if you get car sick.
Alright.
Wait.
Hell yeah. Now this was
What?
Another job done.
Did you see that? That I don't even know what to say about that. Let me see if I can finish the quest. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try to finish the quest. Pillage and plunder the Foxway. Okay, hold on a second. Let me try something. Let me try something. I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna try something.
Let's put this to use. That should be a big help. Our community will flourish if we keep making smart choices like this.
I never doubted that plan for a second.
What do you think of that? Next generation strategies right there. Next gen strategies. I bugged out the quest and then I fixed the quest. Okay, we should be able to get Sophia to her maximum cardio next time around. That's how you do it. That is how you quest the Foxway. That is how it's done, chat. Where is it? I still can't believe that worked, to be totally honest. Let me just find something to do in the meantime. Well, maybe we have something to sell. Thank you so much, Heath Haim. I think that was I think I forgot to credit you for the other one, but yeah, another 200 bits. Thank you so much, good sir. You know what I want to do? Maybe I should scrap some things. Yeah, I mean, like, I have not had to buy a TV in an extremely long time, so I honestly have no idea what even to get. Like, I'm gonna sell some of these books. I don't use some of these. Some of these books, I'm never gonna use that. I can sell that. I don't even know what brand to go with. Like, my current TV is a Vizio, and of course, let me go game. That glitch has been in the game as long as I remember. I kind of want a roadside assistance if I can now. Yeah, I'm gonna take a roadside
Send over a
assistance.
supply drop. Fast.
That basically paid for my
That
fuel.
time.
That paid for my roadside assistance. That quest.
Listeners in the vicinity of Bozeman Pass, this is your final warning to clear out. Operation Drawbridge will create a choke point through the mountains. A mighty wall between us and the Zeds.
Boom, 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 boom. Looking good.
Ah, yes, the classic solve problems with explosions approach. Never fails.
Let's get our stuff. That's interesting. I'm running into a bunch of people who, I guess this is just one of these days where I'm like I said, it always surprises me because it's like, I guess on YouTube I'm like a household name within the State of Decay community. So like, whenever I run into new people, it's kind of like a, when I stream other games, I'm always expecting to run into new people. But on State of Decay, I'm never expecting. I never stream State of Decay anticipating that I will meet somebody different that hasn't bumped into me before. Let me go ahead and do this. Yeah, I've been streaming this game. I don't know, maybe a year. But it's like right now I stream just twice a week on State of Decay. It's Wednesday and Tuesday. And, I mean, this could be the final playthrough as well. I haven't decided yet. Let me doctor up my inventory. Is there anything I can do here to clean up this? Yeah, I know what to do. Of course. Make 2 of these. Put 1 of those in. I mean, if you're looking for other State of Decay streamers, the thing is they're just not on Twitch, is the... Well, no, there's Brenly. Actually, does Brenly still stream State of Decay? I don't know if Brenly streams State of Decay anymore. Like, I think Brenly is the next biggest streamer I can think of that streams on Twitch. Otherwise, if you want to see State of Decay streaming, you're going to have to go to YouTube. The thing is, like, I don't think Brian streams State... He streams State of Decay very infrequently. So, Hey, let me see. Let me see what Brenly played last. Like, Brenly used to stream this game a lot. Let me see. Brenly. Brenly. What are the last things you've done? Oh, yeah. Brenly is still... Wait. Battle. Okay. Yeah, so Brenly just streamed State of Decay not that long ago, about 3 days ago. So, to my knowledge, Brenly is the next largest State of Decay streamer. Radaman also streams State of Decay periodically. Like, I think he has an on and off series that he does on it. So, like, Brenly is the next largest one I know. Other than that, like, you're going to have to go to YouTube because the State of Decay streamers have, a lot of the State of Decay streamers have just, like, moved on since then. Oh, yeah, there's Brenly right there in the chat. Yes, Fall Down Go Boom. Yeah, I remember. Fall Down Go Boom also streams State of Decay, but he's like, he's specifically for, like, speed running.
We got a feral here.
It has to be voted on. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, my schedule is, let me see. Photoshop, channel design, Twitch resources, calendars. So this is my schedule right now. So right now my schedule is, my big streaming days are Tuesday and Wednesday, and they're 2-hour streams. So at 12 o'clock we have MechWarrior 5, at 2:30 we've got Deep Rock Galactic, at 5 we've got State of Decay 2, and then at 7:30. So in other words, there's one more stream after this, and that's it. There's basically a 30-minute recess in between them to give me a chance to prepare between each stream, but that's the way I have been doing it, and so I have these 2 major days that I do things on. And then Thursday is exclusively Deep Rock because there's a special event on Thursdays, and I don't know how long it takes. The special event, one time it took 5 hours and 30 minutes for me to complete. Another time it took me 3 hours. Another time it took me 2 hours and 30 minutes. So because I just don't know how long it takes, that the entire schedule is cleared for Deep Rock Galactic on those. That has been kind of the history. So TSG is basically like... Magic Man used to stream, but he's moved on. That's kind of how it is, because the, I mean, if you want to grow, if you want to, like, grow as a content creator...
String of numbers next to BOV.
There's really no way to, there's really nothing to grow on State of Decay, is like, I don't know, that's just the only way to say it, and that's why I'm branching out into other things. The most successful of us to make that jump is definitely Brian. Brian was able to make the shift to becoming a variety streamer, which is usually quite challenging to do, and that's as a result he seldomly plays State of Decay anymore. He does whenever a major update comes out, though, so, like, you know, whenever, like, a major patch update comes, it's got to be a significant patch update, though, then he'll come back to it. I'm in the opposite boat where, like, I am seriously considering just canceling State of Decay. This could be the last playthrough. I don't know. Like, I have been quite unhappy with what Undead Labs does. So it just depends. As far as content creation goes. That said, I mean, as far as I go, I literally have, like, what, like 5 years of YouTube update stuff. Like, if I go to my main YouTube channel, like, let me pull it up. My main channel has, like, probably 4 years of State of Decay content on it. Playlists. Like, all of these, like, 66 episodes, 39 episodes, 14 episodes, 14 episodes, 19 episodes, 21 episodes, 37 episodes, 32 episodes, 70 episodes... 18 episodes, 186 episodes, 29 episodes. These are the guides. Ultra Cash, another 24 episodes. Hyper Community World Tour, another 137 episodes. Like, that is basically, this is basically almost 5 years of content for State of Decay. So, there is so much of it. So, like, yeah, I mean, if you want more State of Decay content, like I said, there's like an ancient library, not an ancient library, some of it's still pretty recent, but, and then I have my VODs channel. Well, I mean, that's not even all of it. What about the VODs channel? On the VODs channel, you've got the current series, which is Vanilla. You got the Vanilla series. And then before that, you've got the Infestation series. And then before that, you've got the No Boons, No Pyro Launcher, and No Impaler series. Like, those are all State of Decay 2 series. Unfortunately, some of my series have been lost to time because Twitch does not save them all. But, that was a mistake. That was my mistake. Like I said, like... you learn, as a content creator, you just kind of learn as you go. I should have made this channel to save my VODs. I should have made that when I started Twitch. I should have started them at the same time. I should have started Twitch years ago. I should have started all of this years ago, but, you know, there's the... sometimes I can get like, oh, Fox, you really messed up. You really screwed it all up. You should have done this. Like, but you know, there's a saying, there's a Chinese proverb I'll always remember. And the Chinese proverb goes, the best time to plant a tree is 10 years ago. The second best time to plant a tree is today. And the meaning of the proverb is that, yes, maybe you should have started 10 years ago on something. But the next best time to start, if you didn't start 10 years ago, is right now. And that's always what I tell myself. I'm honestly just, am I streaming or bragging? I would say I'm just letting people know, like, where the content is. This is, I mean, like, unfortunately, Lucid, like, you're kind of coming in on the twilight of my, State of Decay 2 career, essentially. Like, this is kind of the twilight of it all. Like, the good vibes are, there's been like 4 years of that, and what you're kind of seeing is the twilight of it all. Like, it's been quite a journey. And like I said, I'm not done, and I mean, I haven't committed to it, but like I said, this is possibly the twilight of the State of Decay series. Like, the infestation update is like, I mean, it's been, the infestation update, okay, if you, I will briefly recap the story. So to briefly recap the story, I have always had a negative relationship with Undead Labs because I have always disagreed with their decision making. That's the history. The history of like Undead Labs and I have never seen eye to eye. They will periodically reach out to me to try to understand why I have a negative opinion about the game or why I spread negative thoughts about the game. Because, like I said, I am one of the, like, for the longest time, I was the biggest content creator. And although Brian eventually surpassed me, he doesn't create a lot of State of Decay content. So, like, in a lot of ways, I still do consider myself the largest of the State of Decay content creators. But a lot of people didn't like me being negative about the game. And I didn't really like being negative about the game either. It didn't change the fact that I was negative about the game. So what I decided to do was just shut my mouth, and I've decided I'll just shut up. Like, people don't want to hear my thoughts about State of Decay 2, but I don't like Undead Labs. I disagree with their decisions in the game, but people don't want to hear it, so I'm just going to shut up. And so for the past 3 years, I stopped making content that critiques the game. I stopped making videos that attack Undead Labs for their bad decision making. And I was able to kind of forget about it. I was able to just turn off my brain and play the game and, you know, let the good times roll. But the infestation update has finally, like, reopened that wound, because that wound never healed. That it never healed properly. Like, I was able to kind of ignore it. I was able to put it out of mind, but the infestation update just completely reopened the that problem that I've historically had with Undead Labs. And Brian tried as well. Brian contacted Undead Labs, and he was like, dude, a lot of people don't like the infestation update. And Undead Jawa was like, I think it's actually really good. And Brian was like, look, dude, I speak for literally thousands of people. Like, I speak for thousands of your fans. And the same was true of me. I'm like, you know, when I say that I don't like the infestation update, I speak for thousands of people who also don't like it. And so I told Undead Labs that, and Brian told Undead Labs that, and none of the major content creators reported that they thought it was a good idea. Like, everyone said it might have potential, but there's a lot of problems with it. That's the most flattering thing people said. And it just, I talked to Brian privately, and Brian was like, yeah, dude, that's how it's always been. I got out of State of Decay because I was tired of Undead Labs not listening to people. Like, they say they listen to their fans, but they don't. Like, and that's exactly where I said, you were right, Brian, and I was wrong. Like, 2 years ago, you wanted to get out of State of Decay 2. And I was afraid to do it. I was afraid to leave State of Decay 2 because I had built up so much. You know, I was viewed as like, oh, you're the king of State of Decay 2. And I was afraid to leave it all behind. And I was like, but you were right, Brian. I was wrong. I should have, 2 years ago, I should have begun that departure as well. So, that's kind of where I am right now. Like I said, I'm kind of in the twilight of it. Because, like I said, there's actually an homage to me in the game. You can find a character called Mad Mr. Fox, and if the character's female, the character will be named Mad Mrs. Fox. That is a stab at me. Like, they added that as a stab at me because I was always critical of Undead Labs. I made a lot of videos attacking their ideas, telling them that this was the wrong way to go. But the funny thing was, in the end, I was right. They actually would have to, maybe not full-throatedly confess it, but they had to say that the bounty broker didn't work out. The bounty broker wasn't a good idea. I was right about that. And they also had to admit on stream that the new maps were not a good idea, because I was opposed to the new maps as well. I was opposed to Providence Ridge. I was opposed to, you know, the Trumbull Valley maps. I was opposed to them. And they had to admit eventually that they didn't say I was right, but they had to admit that the maps were not worth it. And the reason they weren't worth it was because it takes about 7 to 8 months to make a map, and most players get bored of it in 1 to 2 months, meaning it was a unsustainable way to make content. Like, they could not possibly make the maps even close to as fast as people got bored of them. But that's exactly what I told them. I told them, you'll never be able to make the maps faster than people get bored of them. So you're going to put a ton of effort into it. And maybe it's a good map. Maybe it's a beautiful map. Maybe it's a lovely map. But people will get bored of it. And that's what I told them. I told them also, I remember having this argument with Jeffrey Card on Twitter. I told Jeffrey, look, how can you say that you're a small development company that doesn't have a lot of resources? You say that over and over and over again, but then, like, simultaneously you say you want to create content for everyone at the same time. And so when people get mad that you're not giving them the content you want, you tell them that it's because you're a small development studio, when the real reason is that you're spreading yourself so thin trying to make content for everybody when you're simultaneously a small company that doesn't have a lot of resources. Like, when you're a small company, you have to pool all of your resources together and invest it in the most powerful thing. Even if it means other people don't get content, you've got to invest it into the primary thing that people want. Because, and I was like, look, you make a management game. Like, State of Decay 2 is a zombie management game. How can you make a management game where limited resources is the theme of State of Decay, and then simultaneously not understand in real life that if you have limited resources, you have to spend those limited resources on the primary thing that is going to make the game better? Yes, that's true, Shadow Ravenous. There were one of the biggest ones is Matt SKX. Matt SKX is probably the most vocally critical of Undead Labs out of everyone. He surpasses even me. A lot of people wanted me to collaborate with Matt because like, oh, you two are the most critical of State of Decay and Undead Labs, but basically, and people think that means I hate State of Decay. This is the way I see it. I like State of Decay. I don't like Undead Labs. I think State of Decay is an absolutely fantastic, badass idea. I wouldn't have played it in the first place. I wouldn't have played State of Decay 1 if I didn't like the idea, but I don't think Undead Labs knows how to iterate upon the game. Like, they don't understand how to build upon the game. They understand how to get, like, this is a cool idea that people will like, but they don't know where to go from there. And I think that's the reason why. One of my criticisms of State of Decay 2, when State of Decay 2 first came out, and I would say probably until Homecoming came out, one of my big criticisms is, like, this isn't really State of Decay 2. This is more like State of Decay 1.5. Because the game is very similar conceptually to State of Decay 2, and it doesn't show a lot of signs of evolution. And, a lot of people were afraid to be opposed And the reason, and I'll tell you why. Why don't people want to be opposed to Undead Labs? Well, they think that by buddying up with Undead Labs, they will get viewership. But I came to the conclusion that Undead Labs, their social media presence is really weak. And what I mean by that is more people prefer to get the news about State of Decay from content creators rather than Undead Labs. So why would you want Undead Labs' endorsement? Why would you want for them to shout you out when very few people watch them to begin with? Like, getting shout-outs from other people is not going to build you as a content creator, because the main reason you grow as a content creator is because you make cool content, and then someone was like, hey, I saw this cool guy, and then he recommends it to another guy, and it spreads like in a viral manner. The first guy likes it, so he recommends it to another guy. That guy likes it, he recommends it to another guy. That is the primary way a content creator grows. And I'm like, if Undead Labs shouting you out is not going to make your content better, if no one is watching you, it's probably because you haven't developed your speaking. Like, okay, let's look at one of my oldest videos. Let me go to, let's look at how I originally spoke. Let's take a trip down memory lane. Okay, let me see. Playlists. Let's go to my first State of Decay episode I ever did. Where is it? I'll know it because it's red. Here it is, Nightmare Zone.
Alright, hello everyone, Fox here, and it's time. This is actually round 2, trying to get my equipment to work correctly. As you can see, we can choose maps now. This actually has nothing to do with the different difficulties, but hey, you can choose a map. I'm going to choose Mayor Valley because it's the one I'm the most familiar with, and the plan here is to send a completely unprepared community with no backup. I'm not even going to sort through the survivors until...
So that's what I sounded like. That's my first gameplay video of State of Decay ever, and it's like night and day. Yeah, it's like night and day. It's like, and so basically, like, if you're not growing as a content creator... Okay, here's the thing. When I first started streaming, people were like, wow, who is this boring-ass old man? You're putting me to sleep here. And maybe it wasn't a very nice thing to say, but if enough people tell you, who's this boring-ass old man? You're like, who's this, like, old dude playing video games? You need to go to bed, Grandpa. That's what people would tell me. And you know what? You might say, hey, that's not very nice. And people might tell you, hey, you shouldn't listen to your haters. But the thing is, if enough people say the same thing, then there's probably a degree of truth to it. And what I told myself is, dude, I'm probably boring. I'm probably not very fun. That's probably the issue. Like, I don't have a dynamic voice. I don't sound like I'm really excited to play this game. I don't sound interested. I haven't learned how to play a game and talk at the same time. I haven't mastered my storytelling skills. And so, yeah, I suck. That was the truth. I suck. And so, there are people who want to get shoutouts. That's why they buddy up with Undead Labs. They think that getting shoutouts from Undead Labs is going to help them grow. That's why they won't criticize the game. And that won't help. The only thing that will help is for you to look at yourself and be like, dude, I do suck. Like, I'm not... do you basically, if you're a content creator, like, just ask yourself, are you the funniest guy on Twitch? If the answer is no, then that means there's something to work on. It means your humor could use work. Are you the most interesting guy on Twitch yet? Like, are you the master of storytelling? If the answer is no, then then you've got practice to do. Are you like the most dynamically speaking? Are you like a master orator? If the answer is no, then you've got something to work on, and that was the problem with content creators, is that they wanted shout-outs from Undead Labs, from other, people would beg me for shout-outs all the time, and I did it originally. I would give people shout-outs all the time, but at the end of the day, the best shout out is just being a badass content creator. That's the best shout out that you can give yourself. And like, that's the key. You know, it's funny. The top 1% of Twitch are people who can get 40 people to tune in simultaneously. If you can get 40 people to tune in simultaneously, you have touched the top 1% of Twitch. But that's what I did. So people constantly yelled at me. People constantly left nasty comments. And did they make me feel bad? Yes, they did. I didn't like them. But there were too many of them to ignore. And it probably took 2 years for me to develop that voice. But now I know I know the voice. But that's it. But it's like, and so it's been a journey. Let me tell you, one of the big benefits of being a content creator is it actually helped me in real life. I'll tell you a secret about me. I would get bullied for my voice a lot. And I really did not want to get into content creation because I would be like, oh, who's he doing, a cowboy? People would bully me in school. And so I was very quiet in school. I know it might be hard to believe because now I'm like, what am I now? The egotistical, arrogant fox, the arrogant fuckface fox, like, you know, people who don't like me. But no, as a kid, I was very, very quiet. I didn't like talking. And it's because people would make fun of my voice. And you know what? When people came to like me, I made the changes. I practiced really hard. I changed my, I learned to speak, you know, there's like speaking from like, how do you describe it? Learning how to cut loose. That's something, okay, one of my friends, her name is Evie. I have a catchphrase called "Good Gravy," and it's a catchphrase because you can't swear on YouTube. If you swear too much on YouTube, you get demonetized. So you come up with replacement swear words. So "Good Gravy" is my replacement for "God fucking damn it." And so, like, you know, Evie made fun of me, and she was like, "Good gravy," and I'm like, "That's not how you say it. You gotta have some force when you say it." And so she was like, "Good gravy." And I'm like, that's better, but you're still holding back. And she's like, what do you mean I'm holding back? I'm like, you gotta say it like you don't care other people are you gotta say it as if you don't care that you're indoors. You gotta say it like you don't care other people are listening. That's when you finally are speaking and letting it loose. And that's how you find your streamer voice. Your streamer voice is the voice you use when you don't give a damn that other people are listening, that you don't give a damn that you're indoor, and that's when you can say, "Good gravy!" And then you can finally let go, because if you said that like that, people would look at you like you're weird, and as a result, you naturally restrain your voice. But that's what you have to do. That's how you finally cut loose and really say it. And it wasn't. Oh, she's right here. Oh, I'm talking about her. Oh, look at that. You can't accuse me of talking bad behind people's back because I'm talking bad in people's faces. There you go. How about that? She's there down in the chat. There you go, right there. That's another, there it is right there. I just did it. I just cut loose right there. Like when I use that, well, there you go. How about that? That's me cutting loose. Like that's me not, because, okay, you want to hear my indoor voice? This is I got to get closer to the mic. This is my indoor voice. This is like if you met me in real life and like, let's say we went out to like eat or something. This is what I sound like. This is my indoor voice. This is what I sound like when I'm just talking to people on the street, talking to people at a restaurant. Like if you were in my house right now, like if I raise my voice, it's gonna sound kind of higher. Yes, the volume is higher, but it's still restrained. Like I'm not cutting loose because this is what I sound like in real life. What is Evie saying? I turned on the stream and did not expect to be used as an example of lame YouTube voice. Well, you can't jump in front of a train until you come down here. And I'm still not going to do it. I don't even. You should hear my father. My father had a frightening voice. Like, when my father yelled, like, my father had such a powerful voice that if he yelled at me, it would hit me with force, and I wouldn't know what to say. He was in the military, though, so he had that drill sergeant voice. He had a very, very threatening voice. Like, he never hit me once in my life. I'd like to point that out. My father never physically punished me once, probably because if he told me he was disappointed in me, that was like the biggest punishment he could like inflict on me, because I was a pretty obedient kid. But yeah, he had a very forceful voice. Should you design a Good Gravy shirt? What's wrong with my Good Gravy icon? What's wrong with this? Fox G. What's wrong with Good Gravy? Look, that's some good gravy right there. What's wrong with that? Fox's inner voice. And like I said, people like, where does the whooshamagoogle come? It's because I can't use foul language on YouTube. If I could use foul language on YouTube, I would do it. I would drop F-bombs. I would use all of the foul language that would be allowed to me, but I can't do it on YouTube. That's just the way it works. I could, even though I'm uploading these onto YouTube, there's like a limit. You have you have F-bombs per minute. That's what you're allowed on YouTube. You have F-bombs per minute, and because this is like a 2-hour stream, I'm allowed to drop an F-bomb here and there because it's F-bombs per minute. Like that, it's an algorithm. The algorithm has it down to a science. So if you don't like it, blame the algorithm. It's not my fault. That's also why I'm on Twitch. Why am I on Twitch? Because they have their own words that you're not allowed to say, but I'm allowed to use foul language on Twitch. So god damn it. You're gonna cancel your flight? No, you're not. You're going to cancel. You're gonna come down and we're going to get 7-Eleven sushi. I've had to ask you to turn off the YouTube voice in my house. Well, it's because it spills over into real life. Where does the fox begin and where does the fox end? I don't know. Like, you can't do YouTube for 5 years and, like people say, is your streamer personality a fake personality? Look, it's a little bit exaggerated, but it's like Assassin's Creed. You ever play Assassin's Creed? There's like the Animus bleeding effect, where if you spend too much time in the Animus, like some of the elements of your ancestor bleed over across time into you in real life. Well, that's how it works for me. Like, where does the fox begin and where does the fox end? That's a really good question, because my YouTube personality, and therefore my Twitch personality, has bled into my normal life as well. Like, the real Fox is somewhere in between the old Fox and the current Fox. That's the real Fox. Evie says she cries because I talk too loud. Well, do you remember what I sounded like back in the day when we first met? Don't remind me. I don't know what I want to sound like. Well, we ran over time. We are almost 30. We are going on 20 minutes overtime for State of Decay 2. So this is, I'm afraid, Lucid Reaper, you have you have come right at the end of the stream. Like, I was supposed to end the stream 20 minutes ago. But I decided to do story time because people like people ask for some story time. So there you go. That's story time with Fox. And I don't know, like, didn't you say Alice is a streamer? Let me see. I saw a comment from her earlier. Let me check her channel out. It's Toad Alice, right? Toad Alice. All right, so this is another State of Decay streamer right here. So we've got Toad Alice. And if you're looking for more State of Decay content, then you can watch Toad Alice. From what she implied to me, it sounded like she is a Lethal Zone level player. So if you want to see more State of Decay, I don't know. I've never watched her content, so I cannot, like, vouch for the like, you know, what you're gonna get. Like, you know, who knows? Like, maybe you get State of Decay at one moment, maybe you get, like, naked yoga the next moment or something. Like, I don't know what to expect, because I don't know anything about this particular content creator, but she paid me a visit, and there you go. So there is another State of Decay content creator for you guys to go with. Anyways, I need to get the next show started, so I am going to take a 10-minute recess, and I will be off. So, follow me on Twitch, so you can be notified when I go live next. I don't, how do you do it? I don't know how to do it. What's the command? I've never done it before. Don't think that I understand how to use Twitch. Just because I've been here for a year, do not assume that means I know anything. I'm like a Twitch boomer. I don't know how to. I'll have to research how to. I don't know how to do it. I'll have to research how to do it. I got to get moving though, because it won't be fair for the 7 Days to Die fans to for me to delay too much longer. Like, somebody send me a link on it or something, because like I said, everything is like boom, 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 boom. You send me a link in Discord, and I will research how to do it. Anyways, see you guys in about 10 minutes. We will conclude today's program with some 7 Days to Die. Remember, folks, that you don't have to be good to good gravy.